Who told you? Who told you? Who told you? Who told you? You what? God design, God design.
What's up, everybody? What's the deal? What's going on with my people? We got a very special Friday Night Live. Friday night, what y'all love to, what y'all got going on? You know what time it is. We got a whole lot. Listen, it's everything be happening in the dog world. It's a lot that be going on. And this week is no different than it. But guess what? We built for this. We love it. You can't do nothing but this what warriors are made of, right? You have to go through these battles. You got these wars and stuff. Let me tell y'all, it's something serious going on tonight. We got puppies being born early, right? We got a dog done bit someone in the skull. We're gonna talk about all of this. I got a dog that was out, bit someone, living with someone in perfect, beautiful, fine neighborhood like Mayberry, done bit someone in the skull. We don't know what to do. I need y'all help with this one. This is the main thing. This fresh off the press. Just found this out, took the phone call less than 5 minutes ago. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell the man, but I'm gonna give y'all all of the details in the background, and then y'all help. I need some help. We're gonna try to figure this out together. My dude, I don't want to get it too many specific details, but long story short, y'all know the dog. The dog has been on the channel. You've seen the dog before. One of our dogs is living in a lab of luxury, is doing what it's supposed to do, fitting into the family life, looking good like $1 million the way he should. And my dude has got a situation where he's in the hospital with his wife, and he's telling me that, man, you know, he's going through some things. He got complications. He's there holding it down. He had to leave, and then a situation done jumped off. The neighbor was going over there to check on the dog or whatever, and the dog then bit the woman in the skull, bit the skull. So we got to get more details. I'm texting with my dude back and forth right now. We're going to have more details coming in because he can't talk. We're going to have more details coming in. But what done happened seems so. This is what I have so far. I'm going to give y'all all the background story so far. The dog has been coming up. We followed him, his progression as a pup. And he is a BOERBOEL, so we looking for him to be a certain way, protective, but we haven't seen any signs of that so far. The dog has been, nothing has been reported, no signs of aggression. He's a big dog. He's the neighborhood hero, like one of those type of dogs that's an icon. Everybody knows him, you know, like Benji or something, or like Bingo or something, right? Stop it. And so the dog is known in the neighborhood, and he's everybody's friend. He's a good dog, right? He's a celebrity. My dude's got a situation going on. He tells me that he sends his people over there to check on the dog, and the dog was playing fetch with the dog. The lady was playing fetch with the dog, and then the dog then hit the lady. I said, what? I said, what? What up, dog? Man, yeah, we're going through it over here, bro. We're going through it, but we got to go through it to get through it. And it seems like life ain't exciting unless it's like this. But I'm going to be honest, I am getting a little bit burnt out from it. Don't know how much more I could take, but I welcome it all. That's sometimes when I say, well, like, you know what, I forget about who I am. And then it's like, guess what? So I tell my dude, I'm gonna tell y'all, fast forward the beginning. This is all the details that I had. My dude tells me the dog is in the yard with his family. I mean, with the neighborhood, known, very well known. He's shot. He's at the hospital. He got people going over there to check on the dog. So he feels confident and comfortable enough that the dog is known and associated, socialized enough that he can have people go over there. And the lady done went over there, and she was playing fetch with the dog. And then she threw the ball. He went and got the ball. He came back, and then she bent down, and then the dog bit her in the head. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm trying to visualize this whole situation. It's not adding up. There's some details being left out because this dog, yes, he's reaching maturity. Is about 18 months, 20 months or something like that, right? He's reaching maturity, but it don't make sense for him to just lash out of nowhere. A stable dog that's been known in the neighborhood, extensively socialized, handled in. So I'm trying to think, I'm gathering up my own conclusions. I said, bruh, and he's panicking. I said, bruh, listen, first thing you got to do is calm down, right? We got to relax. We got to keep our heads cool, right? This don't, to me, that's number one. For your wife, she's there. You want to be there for her. Stay strong. Number one. Number two, this doesn't sound as bad as it seems because think about it. You know, I got the details. The lady was in the hospital. He talked to the lady. So that means that she's not in critical condition. That dog could have killed the lady, right? I know this. It's not a vicious attack. It was just a warning bite. This was a warning. And not saying I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm not trying to excuse it, but I'm trying to assess the behavior. What has really happened without being there? I have to visualize, okay, the person comes in. How does this, it's an interaction. Maybe she was laying down on the ground because it don't seem like logical. It just don't sound right. She bent down, she dropped her keys. She bent down to pick up the keys. So she had her keys in her hand. And then she dropped them, and then she bent down to pick them up, and then he lashed out and he said he got a piece of the skull. It was a series. I confirmed that it was a bite. It wasn't a scratch. It was a bite. The dog didn't jump up and hit her with a paw or nothing. They said that she do have puncture wounds and part of her skull or something her scalp is missing. So she is unconscious though. He's there. He doesn't know what to do. What do we do? What do we do in a situation like this? First thing is be calm, stay strong. Number two, we're going to assess the situation. Where is the dog? What do we do next? What do we do next? Thinking about this whole situation, it just feels like details been left out. It feels like we don't have all the information that we need in order to make a good conclusion. But based off of what I'm visualizing a stranger coming into this dog's territory and somehow triggering the dog. That's logical. A dog is going to give off some kind of warning, a signal that, listen, you're in dangerous territory. Because remember, a stable dog is not looking for conflict. I mean, we got to remember that this person is the neighbor, feels comfortable and confident to go over there. This dog is very well known in the neighborhood, like I said. So it's still, you have to respect a dog's boundaries. You still have to not excuse. I mean, you got to give a dog boundaries. You got to respect the dog boundaries. You got to give a dog space, especially if it's not your dog. It's not your dog. So I said, bro, be cool. This doesn't sound as bad as it seems. We don't have all the details. Come to find out later, he's talked to the lady. She's conscious. The man took her to the hospital. Another neighbor took her to the hospital. So she needed to be transported. Sounds like the injury was a single bite. Lady been transported to the hospital. She doesn't want the dog to be euthanized. So, I mean, it's trials and tribulations. It's trials and tribulations. It's sticky situations. What do we do? I say, bro, First thing is to be calm. We got to consider what are our options. Who's going to go over there and take care of the dog? Somebody. Likely not going to be a neighbor. In a situation like this, who can you call? Who can you call? I don't know what to do. Later, we determine. More details emerge. Somehow, there was a warning. There was a warning. We don't want the dog to be put to sleep. Think about this, poor buddies. The dog was at his house on his own territory. The lady came in, triggered the dog. The lady proceeded to come in more and then wanted to play. At that point, the dog was the best thing was to do would be to turn around and walk away and heed the dog's warning. You got to respect the dog. It's not your dog. You're not at your house and the owner is away. This is a dog. These are boundaries that you have to respect. This is a natural instinct of a BOERBOEL. If you moving cautiously, right? If you gotta be confident when you're dealing with these dogs. It's almost as if you're a lion tamer or handler. So when I'm just in my mind, I'm visualizing a situation, right? And the dog is triggered. You come in, but you know this dog, even though he's known to be friendly, you feel comfortable, but he's a big dog. You got to respect him. And instead of moving with confidence, because it's either with the dog, it's either one way or the other. Either you're going to be cautious or you're going to be confident, right? Either you're going to be skeptical, right? And in nature, your instinct, right? What animals are skeptical? Right. So you got to think about prey animals and the way that they behave. You definitely want to act more of a predator versus a prey. Predators stalk when they approach, right? You likely not, they're going to approach, stalk, stop, maybe advance. Prey tends to shy, be hesitant, cower down, back away, whereas confidence, courage steps towards it and then takes control of a situation. And right then, your presence would need to be felt. So you have to have, especially when you're dealing with dominant breeds, this is why they say it's not for amateurs, and this is not about trying to villainize or victimize no one, and like villainize the victim. We're not trying to, I'm not trying to be critical. What this is the aim to do is to educate, right? Because a lot of people may deal with a situation like this where they have to leave their dog at home and neighbor, babysitter, or somebody else come over. There are certain ways that you have to understand about dog language and behavior, and hopefully this will shed some light on those situations and help you deal with it a lot better. You have to approach with confidence. You cannot be timid. You cannot be hesitant when you're dealing with these dominant breeds. A lot of people don't understand that with dog behavior. What happens is when you hesitate or you act skeptical, you give the dog a reason to question. And it's like, why are you acting skeptical? This is what suspects do. Now I have to question your intentions. Why didn't you come pure confidence and courage and just do what you came to do and whatever? You didn't mean no harm. So you're not a threat, right? You're not here to do nothing or take nothing or do nothing. So you should be confident. That's how I am with the world too. Right, you should be able feeling like, hey, look, I ain't wronged nobody, and I ain't took nothing from nobody, I ain't stole nothing from nobody, so I can do what I came to do, and I ain't broke no laws, right? I ain't hurt nobody, so it shouldn't be a problem. Nobody ain't finna do nothing to me. That's for sure. I ain't finna do nothing to nobody else. And that's kind of the way of the world with the dog too. You got to let the dog go by his natural way. The dog is like, you got to understand, they don't really look, a stable dog is not looking for conflict. He looking. So if he took out the last shot, he could have went. If think about it, the dog took a piece of her scalp, rather. And this ain't no exaggeration. He could have crushed the skull. He could have broke the neck. She was in a vulnerable position. He could have dragged her and shook her. And think about what a pit bull, how many situations that we heard of with the pit bulls that went in and dragged somebody down and shook them and everything like that. Look at the measure that the BOERBOEL took. This is a powerful dog, bone crushing. They crushed the bones of cows. You think about what a human's flesh is like to that compared to that. This dog is a carnivore's teeth are designed for ripping flesh and muscle tissue from the bone. That's what they're designed to do. We're talking about animal fur, hides, animal hides, leather. Where we make shoes and coats and stuff out of leather, right? Their teeth are designed to penetrate and then remove tissue, muscle, flesh from the bone, crushed bone. The dog was measured in his response. I'm sure I knew it. I told bro, I said, listen, I'm sure it just didn't sound right from the beginning. I said, listen, I'm sure that the dog showed some type of sign, gave a warning, and it didn't just lash out. I know my dog, I know my animal, I know my breed, I know my bloodlines. It's like the dog is like one of my own. He's one of my puppies. We all have seen him. We watched him grow up. So thank goodness that we got the call back. And then we're dealing with a situation with bruh. See if I can get bruh on here. We got, see, let me highlight bruh. He is got this the link. If you want to log in, you're welcome to join. Bruh. Okay, so y'all know we've been talking about this. We got the stud dog. We got the amazing litter of the world. I've been leading up with all of the details, trying to get to this amazing litter that we dropping. You know, we picked up this stud that we came up on, Knox. I don't know if I explained everything. I was getting into it, developing the bloodline and everything, and we was kind of like waiting and rolling it out. I'm gonna see if bro want to jump on with us, because I know he's still in there. Let's see if you want to jump on. Yeah. So, long story short, my dude is an aspiring breeder of Bonnie's BOERBOELs, and he got 2 Balto daughters from me. And in his quest to acquire a super duper stud dog, they decided, it's a family. They decide that when the dogs come of age, that would be the best option for him. Might as well have an in-house stud dog. He can breed back and forth to the females. And I said, yeah, I agree. You know, instead of paying a stud fee, especially with your first litter, that's kind of complicated, and doing the progesterones and whatnot. Is if you have a stud dog, it's probably going to be to save you in the long run. It's going to be similar in the cost. If you got the extra dollars and you're willing to spend it, go ahead. That'd probably be your best move to get stud. So this is the thing. Your stud dog can't just be any dog. It gotta be something. It gotta be something fantastic. It's gotta be something. It's first of all, we got something very specific that we're trying to develop here at the Exotic BOERBOEL bloodline and family. And as associated and as an extension of the Exotic BOERBOEL family, we gotta have only the highest levels of quality. right? We got only the highest level of quality. And with that being said, we looked at over 30 dogs. We looked at a lot of different dogs because we're looking for something very distinct, very, very specific. We're trying to clean up the pasterns. We want to clean up the pasterns. Somebody pointed it out to us, the pasterns. And you can't unsee it after someone points it out to you as a. So ever since then, that was maybe like 4 years ago, 2024, 2020. And ever since then, we've been working towards correcting it. You know, my thing has always been the muscling and the physique and the powered out and the dogs. And I was showing my dogs and right. And then, you know, I'm always learning and I'm still learning. And then somebody pointed out to me that your dog's pasterns, though. Look at the pasterns. And I was like, whoa. So since then, I've been trying to breed towards more dogs with strong pasterns, stronger pasterns, and more muscle. And, you know, just we already had the muscle locked in with the exotic BOERBOEL line and the instinct and the predatory and the prey and the drive and the athleticism and a lot of the things that is valuable to the breed long term is pretty much locked in with the exotic BOERBOEL family. Let me give you all some examples of what I mean, what I was saying about what I was saying with this dog, though. So, like, you got some of the most. I'm gonna see if bro want to hop on it. If you do, if you don't, we gonna see. But in the meantime, in between time, let me see. Let me show y'all something. This dog is really got a lot of different dogs in it. We super excited about the litter. The dog starts having these puppies early though. 55 days in, we settled on the dogs. Long story short, we did all of the testing. We got the dogs locked in. Long story short, 55 days in. Let me get some pictures up here so y'all can kind of see what we got going on. Because, hey, listen. This dog was pregnant like it had 2 basketballs inside. Okay. Let me see here. How do I add a picture? Okay. One second.
Yeah, I ran off with this bag like OL. Fuck on that little hoe like oh. Yeah, I'm smoking back with a white boy named Keegan. I fuck with my plug on my dog European. Americans pissed off, they're European. Larry the plumber can't do now, she leaking. We hit.
All right, y'all. Here you go. Y'all see that? Look at how pregnant that dog is. So that's the Balto daughter, Luna. That dog is swole up, and that's that day 54. All right. That's at day 54. Now she started having puppies. She started having puppies yesterday, which I don't think that puppies, I've never had puppies survive at day 54. I mean, she's fully loaded. We don't know what possibly could have happened. But this the things, this part of the game. This part of the game is wicked. Likely all the puppies been coming. This how the puppies been coming out. So this was the first puppy. This was like the after. Yeah, so that puppy there half developed. And that was yesterday. And I mean, my dude is really doing his thing, working hard with his dog. You know, you see him on the bike, buying these BOERBOELs on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube. You see Bonnie's BOERBOELs working out with their dog. That's the female there. So we was waiting till the puppies was waiting till the puppies was born before we even made an announcement. We got homes. So we gonna see how it plays out. I don't know. Let me check in with boss, see how he doing. Let's see. I know he's still in there. I know he's still there with the dog and the puppies. I know he in there.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Okay, let's see. He hit me back in a second, but long story short, this trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations. This is what we go through. What you gonna do? Then spent all kind of money going back and forth to the vet. I ain't even released the episode. So this is what we started experiencing a couple of days ago. And that was at day 52. And I said, oh no, that's not a good look right there. And but this is at day 52 days in. So the fertility is there. That's 52 days in. Really swelled up. What you gonna do? And then that. So you go from that. No, I was talking to bro. I said, what kind of discharge was we looking at? We got these kind of discharges coming out. That's in between time. Look at the put the box together. Weapon box coming along with the vinyl floor. So taking the steps, doing everything necessary in order to assure, taking all of the steps. Got the carpet in there set up. All right. And then that. So I don't know. Do y'all know? Does anybody know if they're gonna final product? Do anybody know? I have had this happen to me before. All the puppies didn't, none of the puppies made it. Pancake, first litter, she had 14 puppies. She didn't live with me at that time. She was living with my neighbor. She had 14 puppies. And then we lost them all. She ate them, actually. So, her in the thing. Inside the weapon box. And then you can really see how swole she was. I done been through it all. I done lost dogs. And then this is the puppy came out. Not completely formed. Not completely developed. You see how the soft the skin is in the fur, where it's almost it's not really like a skin. So, yep. Yeah, that's not completely developed. So think about that, boy buddies. All of it's invested, all that's invested, all of the time that's invested, the money, right? The miles on the road, the expectation, and you go through those. You have since they looking good. You working them out. You feeding them the best dog food. You go get the health test. Get the dog fully health tested. The mom fully health tested. The dad full compliance with all the kind of contractual obligations and strings attached to the dog. And then you go get it, and then at the end, after you have the you they get them tied up, they get pregnant naturally. Luckily the dog bred to the dog naturally, so that's a good sign that they, you with no assistance, that they'll be able to breed naturally again the next go round. But this is a part of it. This is a part of the dog breeding. This is part of dog breeding. So you live and you learn. You live, what you gonna do? What can you do? But go through this. Yeah, y'all. So that's what's happening. That's what's going on. Then I had another situation. I mean, this is all kind of, and I'm finna step out here before it get too late because I want to hang out with my dogs. So maybe we go live on the other live. We'll go live with the dogs. But yeah, it was another situation that I wanted to holler at y'all about too, and I had to blow down on a breeder today. Yeah, y'all know. I'm gonna hold on for a second because we're gonna touch on that. We definitely gonna touch on it. We're gonna hold up though, make sure my peoples get their bread, like I said. And as soon as the check clear, the check clear. And then either way. But I'm about to step out right now. I'm finna go take the dogs out. And stay tuned though, y'all. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see if Brett hit back. We'll jump on there, and then we'll talk about what's going on with him and his team. And yeah, long story short, be very careful with these dogs, like, and who you trust them to. When you have remember, it's a guardian breed, and their instinct is to protect their property and territory. Safety is their primary concern. And then with you being away for many days at a time, the dog is likely to take command of the ship. And especially when someone that goes over there needs to be established and confident in their role as a leader in the pack. You can't have anyone go over. Well, they have to be very confident and courageous with their steps, with their movements, and very deliberate. Any type of hesitation, any type of hesitation or skepticism leads to the triggering the dog's guardian instincts. When you with your dog, you got to be mindful. You know that sometimes in some of the videos, you'll see the dogs kind of like testing the boundaries. It's very important to establish these boundaries with your dogs. I can't say it enough. You have to establish these boundaries or your dog is going to be out of check and he's going to take control. You got to look for the signs. You notice sometimes when I got the dogs out, like if you look at some of the last videos that we did with the Corso and the Optimus Prime dog, you see Optimus Prime was getting a little bit, he was flexing on him a little bit. He was going too far. And I will reel him in every now and then. It's in those shorts. You got to check it out on our YouTube shorts. I haven't posted it to other channels just yet. But I would stop him every now and then just to let him know you're not in control. You're only going as far as I allow. Make sure that he understands that. But we're going to get out and kick it with him and in the field so y'all can see for yourself, how to command the pack. More examples of that, running the pack and handling the dogs as a pack. If that's what you aim to do, please stay tuned. Another thing, we talk about the breeding that we got going on. We're going to see y'all. Listen, that's a world-class, phenomenal, for the first time in the history. We're bringing out a whole lot of foundations of dog breeding programs. So if you like any of them other programs or the foundations, we're going to get into that later at a later date. To stay tuned because we got a lot of more episodes explaining and breaking down the breeding and building a bloodline and establishing something that is built to last for centuries or decades to come. You'll be able to see the influence and impact that we have impacted the breed. When you start looking at the exotic bloodline across the USA and the world, you will be able to see consistency, a reoccurring theme, a dog that's strong-bodied and strong-willed. Prepare your best friend. See, I got my Ace Boom. Where you go? Come here, boy. Where you at? What you doing over there? I got my young Balto son in that building in the place with me. So I'll see y'all soon. I'm finna run out. I'm gonna run out. Come. What is you doing over there? What is you eating? Always eating something. This is what he was eating. Can you see that? Hair. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, puppy? Young Balto's son, last born son. What's up, boy? What's up, boy? What we gonna name him, y'all? What we gonna name him, y'all? Oh, let me turn on the comments. Let me see. Oh, my people. He. You know what I like about this dog? Everything's serious to him, right? Everything's serious. I ain't did nothing to the dog. Just picked him up. He's sensitive though. Everything's serious to him. I like that about him. Remember how Balto, I guarantee you, he ain't gonna be letting no dogs jump up on him and hump up on him. Guaranteed. Yep, he ain't going for none of that. He ain't going for none of that. It's my boy there. The last born son. Be right here under the desk. But yeah, boy, buddies, until I'm about to jump off here now. We finna go out here to the fields and get busy with the dogs. I think the lessons for today is to step with confidence and courage no matter what the situation is. Remember that people tame lions. So you ain't gotta be scared about no dog. And then number two, no matter what you do, no matter how much you do in the dog game, in the BOERBOEL breeding business, or whatever you want to call it, hobby, atmosphere, environment, no matter what, you can do everything right. Take all the precautions and all the checks and balances and all the precautions and take all of the care and do everything right and still have complications. Nothing is guaranteed. This is Mother Nature. And one of I guess the lesson for today is no matter what, stay calm and stay strong. Don't let nothing get you down. Keep your head up. Always be relaxed and be, whatever comes to you, you can handle it. And I had to remind myself of that too. So we go through a lot of these things, and these things was making us strong. Like when you lifting weights and you exercising, it's got to be a challenge. So you want to have a challenge because you're trying to be strong with life. You want to master life. You're trying to be confident, and you want to do what you're supposed to do in life. It's going to be hard, and you got to know that, and you got to expect that, and you got to get comfortable with it being that way. So that's how, but yeah, at the same time, peace. So you got to make sure you value peace. Stay strong no matter what you got going on. Just keep on pressing no matter what. You got to do it. You got to grind no matter what. Just accept it. Everything is going to be a grind, even when you're tired, especially when you're tired. Keep on going no matter what, especially when you're tired. Try to get you a couple extra reps. Just do a couple more. Just go a little harder. Just count one and just do it one step at a time, because you can do it. For sure, boy, buddies. We believe in each other. I believe in y'all. I'm going to keep on pressing. I'm going to keep on going, keep on doing what we do in pursuit of the absolute best dog that was ever bred in the history of all dogs. Flat out. That's how we come, and that's what this mission is here at Exotic BOERBOEL. And if you didn't know, you should know by now. Stay tuned.
No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and gloves. Now you got a deal run up.